Good morning, good morning, good morning. 6:34 a.m. New York Times this morning. Yesterday morning, Trump won't visit London to open embassy. His UK critics say he got the message. This came out January 12th. London President Trump's cancellation of a visit to London to open a new United States embassy was welcomed by his many critics in Britain on Friday, even as it deepened its diplomatic problems confronting a British government struggling to forge closer ties to Washington without offending opinion at home. The decision averted the risk of protests that had threatened to embarrass both Trump and Britain's Prime Minister, Theresa May, who recently squirmed to distance herself from the statements made by American President, seen by many Britons as deeply divisive. The announcement came in a Twitter post by Trump that included a false jab at former President Barack Obama, its latest reverberation from a hasty and ill-judged invitation made around a year ago when Mr. Trump was offered and accepted a state visit to Britain. Such an honor is normally bestowed only much later in presidency. With Britain to leave the European Union in 2019, Ms. May hopes to negotiate a new trade agreement with the United States, and the state visit was partly seen as a new way of cementing ties with Trump. But while Britons may pride themselves upon their special relationship with the United States, that does not appear extended to its president, whose statements on a range of topics have provoked the widespread anger in the country, and a petition is calling for the invitation to be withdrawn was signed by more than 1.8 million people. The issue was debated in Parliament, and large-scale protests threatened. The state visit plan was quietly on the back burner. Last year, the United States Ambassador Britain Woody Johnson said that he would hope Mr. Trump will visit in early 2018 and dedicate the new embassy, providing the opportunity for symbolically important but lower key to visit the close ally. No official statement has been made about the visit, and no formal invitation has been issued. Although diplomats were known to be trying to organize a meeting, the embassy was obviously in a moment in which to do so. But if you go on, there's supposed to be some big announcement on the 15th about Trump's life, and the reason why he didn't go to Great Britain is because he's being threatened. There's some about some planes were being shot down out the sky or whatever. Yada, 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 yada. Whatever. Trump didn't go visit the embassy. Trump extends Iran deal and exposes right sanctions. This is his last chance. This is what President Donald Trump said Friday. Of the 2015 deal that lifted international sanctions in exchange for Iran curbing its nuclear program, which he is extending while imposing new sanctions. The Islamic Republic, already under pressure in the wake of last week's nationwide protests, said U.S. crossed the red line with new restrictions on 14 Iranian, including the country's judicial chief for human rights abuses. Trump urges past signatories to fix its terrible flaws, or he'll pull out of the agreement in the next few months. More on Trump. Trump declines to deny that he's a racist when asked at the MLK event. Maggie Sorella wrote this about 23 hours ago. The morning after Washington Post reported that President Trump referred Haiti, El Salvador, the entire continent of Africa, as shithole countries, stating he preferred to receive immigrants from places like Norway. The commander-in-chief hosted a White House event honoring Martin Luther King Jr. He stirred up the hearts of our people to recognize the dignity written in every human soul. Trump read from a prepared statement before signing an official declaration making January 15 a federal holiday. Today we celebrate Dr. King standing up for self-evident truth Americans hold so dear, that no matter what the color of our skin or the place of our birth, we will all be created equal by God. Trump, I will now sign the proclamation making January 15, 2018, Martin Luther King a federal holiday, and encourage all Americans to observe this day while acts of civil work and community service in honor of Dr. King's extraordinary life, and it was extraordinary indeed. And it says, the reporter asked Mr. President, will you give an apology for the statement yesterday? And he ignores her and keeps socializing with the guests. And then, Mr. President, are you a racist? And then Trump made his way to the door. Mr. President, will you respond to the serious questions about your statement, sir? I told y'all he's not a good guy. Excuse me. Trump postpones fake news awards to January 17th to fulfill great anticipation. This came out January 7th, 2018. So what takes 10 days to happen for him to reveal whatever he's going to reveal to the world about fake news awards? January 17th. Stay tuned to Trump. Just so you know, there's going to be a protest in the West Palm Beach January 20th at, I guess, Trump's National Golf Course. So there's a worldwide impeach march on January 20th. And I wonder if this possibly could be the day that I'm not even allowed to say. But maybe this is the day that Trump flips his wig. I could say that. So they have rallies that they've been wearing. Start spreading the news. Bring your friends, family members, neighbors. You guys, do not go out to this. Do not go out to this. This is a trick. And all of y'all going, something going to happen. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Stay home. Stay home, guys. So they're trying to impeach him. National March for Impeachment, January 20th. Okay. The National March for Impeachment, January 20th, 2018, Washington, D.C., and across participating cities across America. I wonder, in that girl's dream, she's seen a lot of people outside. She said a lot of people, and possibly they were protesting Trump. Yeah, guys, there's a national march for impeachment, January 20th. Stay indoors. Stay indoors. It's like really going down. Dinner with President Trump. And this is why he's offering dinner at his Palm Beach location. Guess when? On January 20th. Entries must be received between January 8th at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and January 17th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Odds of winning depends on number of eligible entries received. And tickets to attend a dinner with President Trump, January 20th, Trump Victory Dinner, Florida, approximately $3,000 value. Something's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna happen. I don't know. I just got the feeling that something's gonna happen. Also, celebrating the first anniversary of President Trump's inauguration on January 20th, Missouri State Capitol, Jefferson City, Missouri. They will be having a rally, and unfortunately, the president will not be in attendance for this event. And I just keep coming with the news. ClimateHomeNews.com. January 20th, 2018. The day the U.S. could leave Paris Agreement. 1 year from his inauguration, Trump could take the U.S. out of Paris deal and the climate, the wilderness. Mark the day January 20th, 2018 is the earliest moment that Donald Trump could take the U.S. out of the Paris Climate Agreement. And remember, at that meeting, he said he was coming out of it. There has been consistent media narrative over the past 6 months since Trump first said he would cancel the Paris Agreement, which persisted that it would take 4 years to extract the country from that deal. That's because of this clause. Article 28. At any time after 3 years from the date that on which the agreement has been entered and enforced by a party, the party may withdraw from this agreement by giving written notice to the dispository. And number 2, any such withdrawal shall take effect at expiry of 1 year from the date of receipt by the dispository of the notification of withdrawal. On such a date after may be specified in notification of withdrawal. But that convenient, even smug regarding, ignores a third element to the article. Well, the United Nations Framework Convention on the Climate Change, which was overarching convention referred to, make it clear that any country that decides to withdraw is free to do so, just at 1 year's notice. So, guys, it's a lot of things going on for January 20th, the 7th day of Hanukkah. Okay? Trump's ability to simply withdraw from the UNFCCC altogether without Senate approval, which may or may not be forthcoming depending on the politics and D's appetite for filibustering, is an open constitutional question and would likely be the subject of litigation. Technically, a party may withdraw from the UNFCCC with 1 year's notice, he said. So, guys, this is not looking good. I mean, that lady definitely dreamed about New York and a lot of people out and the ground shaking and all these people were dead. I don't know. Trump protest plan in New York City. This came out January 12, 2018. More than a year after President Donald Trump was elected, New Yorkers who oppose the president's policies and rhetoric aren't showing any signs of slowing down their resistance. Demonstrations against Trump administration over the past year have come in all shapes and sizes. Protests, rallies, and marches, sit-ins, die-ins, banners furled in Trump Tower lobby. Although Trump Tower has been a favorite of the protesters, demonstrations have been taken across the city, including Trump International Hotel and Tower, Stonewall National Monument, Battery Park, Tompkins Square Park, Washington Square, and Times Square, and outside Kennedy Airport, where some travelers were detained when Trump's original travel ban went into effect in January. Protests were also held during 3 times during Trump had returned to the city since taking office. In September, 3 congressional Democrats and then City Council Speaker Melissa Mark-Verito were arrested during a DACA rally outside Trump Tower. So, There was a rally Friday, January 12th, 4 p.m. Donald Trump is the first modern president to refuse divest from his business withholdings while in office. But if we can make enough companies to drop Trump's name, we can force him to decide once and for all what he cares about more: his profits of his presidency. January 15th, remembering King as we resist Trump. January 15th, 60 Wall Street, Manhattan. January 18th, weekly impeach protest. This land is our land. January 18th, 5:30, Winter Atrium, 100 West Street, Manhattan. So it's a lot of stuff going on. And then look at here. Saturday, January 20th, 9 a.m., Trump Tower, 725 Fifth Avenue, Manhattan. Peace protest on anniversary of Inauguration Day. 2018 Women's March on New York City. Columbus Circle, Manhattan. So, Grand Central Terminal. Since January 2017, our class has been attacked with ICE raids, state repression, killer cops, and deep cuts into what left social safety nets. Hundreds of activists are facing felony charges for protesting against their racist, misogynist regime. Tens of thousands of families are being deported and incarcerated for simply being born. The die for war goes faster and we all get poorer. We don't have to like this. The Democrats have shown they can't save us. They can't even defend an election that was stolen from them. Across the country, we are tirelessly mobilizing against the white supremacy war and capitalism. It is only getting organized by putting the ruling class on notice and making our people know that we have any hope to fight back. So, here go another one. Trump Tower, 7 p.m. A year from the date of Trump's inauguration, let them know we're still here. Gather your people and come to New York City. Peacefully and silently stare at Trump's tower. As many people as possible should come. January 21st. Rebecca Mercer, they coming for you, girl. They coming for you. March out our future. So, something about to happen. And it's just obvious. He got protests in Florida where he's going to be at having dinner with some special person. Go, guys, get, sign up. Don't sign up. Don't do that. I thought about it. Put Mary Magdalene on there since he already after me. But I would be damned if I hand myself into the hands of the enemy. I better be going in there with fire in my hands already. Ready, boy. Whew. Just little old me. Just little old me.